Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we continue the music theory series right here at BusyWorksBeats.com/music theory. Today I want to show you how to create happy melody. So what's the secret behind a happy melody? Now I get a lot of questions from pro producers. I'm talking people involved with top records, and they always ask how they can get their melodies better. And melody is one of those things that requires a lot of other little stuff before melody. For example, before you even get into melody, I would suggest the basics of music theory. For example, in music theory in a day, we talk about scales, the circle of fifths and fourths, the secrets behind that, modes, chord progressions, and language like scale degrees. Then we move into the next course, which is chord magic. And this is all included in the Music Theory Essentials course package right at busyworksbeats.com/music theory. So I'm telling you this because there's a sequence to learning. The next thing we teach you is chords. So that's in chord magic. So chords are the foundation of melody because now you can look at the chord progression and decipher a melody. So for example, today I'm going to show you a chord technique that gives rise to melody. And people skip over chords. They skip over the stuff that actually leads you to a proper melody or better melody. So let's go for like the Lil Mosey, like modern happy trap. Somehow Lil Yachty figured out a formula to make trap sound happy. So shout out to Lil Yachty for like starting this whole wave of happy trap. Because when he had those flutes and the happy sound over trap drums, we all kind of like, had the squint face going on. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. With happy stuff, I feel like it requires a lot of harmonization. If you think about happy chords or happy stuff, you usually hear happy stuff in church. And when you go to church, there's a choir. When you have a choir, you have multiple people singing multiple notes, and they create chords with their voice. Okay, and that's what makes it beautiful. It's the harmony. Harmony is what creates happiness because happiness delves into peace and joy. Okay, so if we have harmony, meaning it's kind of like playing Minecraft without the enemies. Okay, it's on peaceful mode. You're happy because you're not being attacked all the time. There's no tension, there's no friction. So the opposite of having friction would be to have harmony. Okay, and to demonstrate harmony, you need chords and music or related, musical notes. Okay, so the first chord we're going to play here is F major 7. The reason I'm using a major 7 is because it just sounds a little more lush versus a regular F major chord. So FACE is the F major 7. And let me crank this up to 150 so we get that trap vibe. Okay, now all we're going to do here, now the magic behind this chord progression is, and I'll show you in a little bit. So the next chord, so we're going from F major 7, and then I'm going to drop it down to E minor 7, but I'm going to do one thing here. Okay, so all we're doing is go down. Now we teach how to switch between chords in chord magic at busyworksbeats.com/music theory. There's a way you switch between chords as well, but we're going to add something here. We're going to add the note atop this chord. Okay, so I want you to listen to the interchange between these two chords, and I'll tell you why it works in a little bit. Now in your head, you're going to start hearing melodic stuff. That's because now we've given the foundation of harmony and peace to the track. Got me with the earth rate runner, big gang running into earth rate gunner, with the heart rate runner, just another type with a heart rate gunner, boom, if ain't put a heart rate gunner, big M, put a heart rate gunner, big. So you get the idea. So that's the magic of harmony. When you have harmony, your brain works in this mysterious way to where it accents the piece. Okay, so that's the key. Now the other key here is that the chords use the same top note. And if you listen to any good melody in R&B, a lot of people who are good at songwriting, they'll end the notes going upward versus going downward. So I'm like, let me do it again, my little mumble. So I'm going one. Actually, I'm going down there, but for an R&B melody, it might be like wanna. Wait up. They always pitch going upward at the end. It's just a little nuanced trick. So let's draw in the notes now. the other part of melody is you have to understand the melody of the beat is not going to match the melody of a human being. We have so many little nuances that make our voice way better for melody for a lot of different reasons. Like, why can't I do what I wanna? There's like a wanna. You can't really do that with a piano. There's no swelling. It's just two notes. Whereas the human's like, wanna. Okay, there's a lot of depth in the human voice. So the problem is that you're trying to create a human element using something that has no no human characteristics. And that's the majority of beat makers and producers. We're trying to force the instrument to sound like the vocal place or the vocal melody that we have in our mind. But let's say you did want to back the melody. So I'm going to keep humming it until we translate the melody. Let me go up an octave just because I don't feel like drawing over top of this. So, now also note length is very important when it comes to melody. But I'm just going to keep it basic note length. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait. Now this one comes in early, so I'm gonna probably drop it to a fourth note. Oh, a little early. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's really the same note. Now, this is another mystery behind melody. If you listen to a lot of pop lyrics and like really map out the melody of the vocal, it's like one solid line and then it will change a little bit sometimes. Now, it depends on the song we're analyzing, especially in rap. You're gonna hear like a straight line of melody, but there's so much cadence and accent to it and transient movement, it gives it rhythm. So it's not like a boring, like holding a note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we literally changed only 2 notes, but it creates a cool melody. Oh. So you could use this as a backtrack. But it might take away from the vocal performance. So I highly advise you to either use this as a quick reference and take it out later, let the vocal do the shine. So let me drop this back in the octave that we were singing. Okay, you get the idea. So those are the keys to happy melody. Again, it starts with chords. So if you want to learn more, go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory. I show you what a chord is, what a scale is, how to create chord progressions, how to create long chord progressions. All this stuff ties together. It's not just melodies by itself. It's all this other stuff before it. So anyway, I'll leave a link below. Thanks for watching. It's busyworksbeats.com.